Welcome back, everybody, to another shocking episode of Lockdown 23 in 1. That's right, and today you're definitely going to find out exactly what Lockdown 23 in 1 means. I reached out to a particular YouTuber by the name of Tommy G. I don't know much about him, but I know that he goes into some of the wildest places on earth and shows you a deeper, closer view of it, including jail and prison. And today we're going to be reacting to him going inside what's titled, Going Inside Atlanta's Craziest Jail. And let me just say I thoroughly enjoyed it. Either way, I'm going to watch a few clips, give you my 2 cents along the way. If you want to watch the full thing, I'll leave it linked in the comment section description of the video. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel and enjoy all things lockup and crime related, then this is absolutely where you need to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. And of course, check out my beautifully assorted playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today.
Can you give me a tour? Those are the showers over there?
Oh, yeah, no shower. Go ahead, yeah, we give you a tour. Hey. Alright, so look, we ain't got no shower doors in it. We ain't got no shower door right here, right?
You guys just have to shower out in the open like this?
Yes. Yeah, we got a shower like that. But
And if the females in the booth, they're gonna say indecent exposure, which is why we ask for light showers and intake, which is what
So
we
you
ask
guys...
for.
Alright, so dude right here said something kind of fast, but it's actually something very important, right? You see how the showers are right there? He said it's facing the booth. The booth is where the COs sit to watch the whole pod. And if there's a female CO in there, if you're not covering that up with some kind of door, sheet, or something, you just go in there and start getting butt naked and showering facing the booth with the female CO in there, you're running the risk of getting indecent exposure, right? So you better put a sheet up or something, or else you're gonna have some dirty paperwork. But at the same time, man, some of these female COs that I've seen during my prison stays, they love to tune in to the Hot Box special. They'll be gawking for the next 20 minutes. You know, so a lot of guys think that they can shoot their shot. Next thing you know, they're going straight to Himtown. But that was a great point that he made about these showers. I will say that it is kind of weird of a placement for them.
You guys have to, like, one guy like has to protect the shower while the other guy showers, or what?
nah, we just go on the other side of the room. Hey, but look, man, what I'm saying, these motherfuckers right here, they're like 3 machetes. See what I'm saying?
How do you make a machete?
See what I'm saying? So you just kick this motherfucker off, we gonna come off.
So how long does it take to make a knife?
It depends on what kind of knife you're trying to make. If I was to bust somebody, I would want to bust them with a flat piece because it's harder to stitch up. A rod, they only leave marks like I got hit with a rod. Gang, stabbing is a normality in here. Like, it is very common for you to pull up on inmates, show me your stab wounds. They'll come out in their jumpsuit, I'll show you, like.
Was that a shank? Good.
And that's what I like to call the flat top. He said it's harder for them to get stitched up if you get hit with a blade like this. Some people call them bone crushers, because that's definitely what they're going to be hitting when they go in. But he said the poles, or if I were to guess, the ice picks, they're still treacherous, but not as much as his bone crusher. Depends on how you use it, I guess.
What goes through your mind knowing that 9 out of 10 guys has a shank walking around? Like, what goes through your mind?
Man, you just gotta be careful. Don't look at nobody the wrong way and just, keep it pushing, man. You just stick to yourself. And if somebody comes, you just be ready.
If I find out that there's 9 people out of 10 carrying a blade, that means I'm gonna be carrying one as well. I tell people all the time you definitely shouldn't make no blade because it's probably gonna put you in a position that you don't want to be in, but a lot of people say it's better to get caught with it than without it. It's up to you to weigh out your options if you choose the dark path called jail and prison.
More dangerous units?
Yes, this
Right now, this is more dangerous.
Okay.
Listen, this is on file. Gang, there is nobody in this jail that has been charged with more stabbings than me. I promise you. I have 3 folders. The normal inmate has like a folder this day. I have like 3 folders.
How old are you?
I'm 25. I've been here since I was 20.
This dude's claiming to be the top stabber of the jail. Makes sense the way he was talking about them flat tops and poles. He knows what gets the job done. He's been in this jail for 5 years, probably fighting a murder case.
I was originally booked for a murder and armed robbery. I went to trial of March of 2024.
I told you.
I was acquitted of every charge that ever brought me to this jail. The only charge that I'm still facing right now are stabbings. If I would have never caught a charge in jail, I would have been home last March.
If I would have never caught a charge, I would have been home 24 months ago.
This jail is made to trap you to get in here. They put you in a messed up environment, and when you defend yourself, they're gonna charge you. And once you get charged, it's hard to get out of this.
Wow, great piece, young man, great piece. You gotta remember, most jails and prisons is gangland. man. And over here in Georgia, where everyone's carrying blades, man, of course, yes. Dudes don't want to die. They're going to defend themselves at all costs. I don't know if that's what this guy's doing or anything like that. I don't know nothing about him, but he just got done beating a murderer. Like I was saying, man, if you see an inmate that's been in jail for like 3 years or more, you can almost guarantee he's fighting a murder charge. That's why I said it, and he said it right after. But he'd be free right now if he didn't, like he said, defend himself, stabbing all those people in jail. And he's saying it's a trick up by the jail. Because typically in most jails and prisons, it doesn't matter if it was self-defense or not. If you end up stabbing someone with a shank, which is contraband, something you shouldn't have, even though it's self-defense, it doesn't matter. Both y'all go into the side pocket. And chances are you're getting street charges. So both these guys could have been home if they never stabbed anybody in jail. Crazy to think.
Is that okay to bring us to the side with the guards?
We can't even see out our window. Can't see out our window. This our
How many people live in here?
3.
You see how they're so stressed about not being able to see out their window? It's because it's like a 40-inch flat screen for inmates. You kill a lot of time just pacing in your cell periodically looking out the cell door window. I got in trouble, went to a lockdown block, then got in trouble inside the lockdown block. They came by and threw a magnetic flap over my window. I couldn't see no one or nothing for days.
We sleep on the floor, gang.
We been living in this motherfucker 10 feet away from my toilet for the last 3-4 years, gang.
You've been in here for 3 or 4 years?
Not this room,
But in this jail.
In this
Over 4
cell,
years.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I sleep by with my head by the toilet every night.
I saw it ain't too bad.
Did someone get their dreads ripped out?
Yeah, I cut my
They need
dreads
to
off.
clean
This
that
jail
money.
has an extreme problem with bugs, and I had to get rid of them.
So if I plan on sleeping here tomorrow, am I at risk of getting bed bugs?
Extreme. I can almost guarantee you're gonna get them.
Almost every dorm in this jail has a bed bug problem, and there's a fierce debate over who's responsible.
Look, I'm gonna say it like this, man. I've been in some filthy joints. Powhatan in particular made this place look like Disneyland. I promise you that. Not to mention multiple prisons and jails I've touched toes in. Not once have I ever gotten any kind of lice, bed bugs, nothing. What I'm trying to say here is, it just depends. I'm not saying that they don't have bed bugs. I'm just saying I've never seen any of that stuff in my bids in prison.
What do you guys do for fun?
Rap, read,
Yeah.
Anything you recommend the people back home?
James Patterson.
James Patterson?
I like crime novels. Or J.K. Rowling.
You like Harry Potter?
Yeah, I love Harry Potter.
Great.
Avid Harry Potter fan.
What was your childhood like?
The #1 stabber loves Harry Potter. Picture that. Wonder if he's Team Slytherin. Ain't that the snake team? I don't know the names, man. I don't watch old Potter. But he does, and he loves it.
I was not raised to be like this. I don't know if you can tell from my vernacular, but I grew up in a very affluent household. I just chose this lifestyle because that was what was cool in getting girls at the time. But now I realize I've been tricked. What I thought was lame on the street is actually cool.
Hey, this dude's funny vernacular, but he's speaking some real stuff.
I just chose this lifestyle because that was what was cool in getting girls at the time. But now I realize I've been tricked. What I thought was lame on the street is actually cool. And what I thought was cool is actually lame. So now I have to get out with a different mindset.
He just made me realize that everything I was doing was actually for the honeys as well. Golly, man, it worked though. Wrangled them janks up by the dozen.
Did you have a good family, a good household?
Great family. Like, I grew up in a single mother household. I grew up with a stepdad, but my mom bust her ass, like, did the best she could. My mom was a real estate agent, a school teacher, like, affluent household.
Any message to your mom?
Mom, I'm sorry. I'm making right. I love you.
Ah, that's what's up, man. For those that don't know, might be new to the channel, I got a playlist full of interviews with ex-cons, speaking about their time in prison, not to mention how it all got started when they were younger. Believe it or not, from the prison interviews that I've seen, a lot of people, they kind of just bypassed, the childhood. It's very important though, and there's one consistency with many of them. Well, a few consistencies if I think about it, but one in particular that jumps out immediately. A lot of them grew up in single-parent homes. I don't know, you can take it how you want. There's plenty of normal individuals in a single-parent home that's never been in prison, I'm just saying. That's one of the consistent things I've seen. And if you watch my prison interviews, you'll see it as well. But shout out to Tommy G, man. He's asking some really good questions.
And I just want to say I'm currently in the dorms where the trustee's at, but I've been to general population, and this shit is not it. It's dirty, pipes are leaking, it's 3 to a floor. The cells are wet. There's like sewer water everywhere. Last time I've been in there, it was terrible, man. And from what I hear, people are getting extorted every day, and it's not right. Say people just get locked up for a traffic ticket, and they're in there with evil people, like real criminals, and it's just not fair.
You know, a lot of people are probably watching this for pure entertainment purposes and letting a lot of stuff go in one ear and out the other. But these guys are bringing up some very valuable points. We've covered many stories of individuals with petty crimes, misdemeanors, stuff that some cities wouldn't even put you in jail for. But they end up going, probably losing their mind a little bit, go to the psych block, and then they're housed with a killer. Or maybe they're completely overcrowded and they put that misdemeanor guy up on the 7th, 8th floor with the killers and rapists. What you think's gonna happen to him when the inmates find out he's just a little baby short timer, trapped in a world that they're gonna be in for life? Especially in jail, man, people are going through some serious mental anguish. The ones that just got the life sentence, stuff like that, man, they're really trying to crank it up a notch. Start their prison career, you know? Very scary stuff in jail sometimes. Especially when classification ain't doing their job.
Might be an inmate tomorrow.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
If you're an inmate tomorrow, send me a kite. I'm gonna see you at night. You're gonna need it.
Yeah, you gonna need it.
If you're an inmate tomorrow, send me a kite, which is a little miniature letter, usually carried by trustees or something like that. Even COs, I've seen them pass a couple letters for us. And contraband. You think I'm bullshit, man? I ain't. But he says, shoot me a kite and I'll send you a blade, because you're gonna need one. That's all it takes sometimes, is a little message to a homeboy. Next thing you know, you got a bone crusher in your hand. What are you going to do next? Because chances are you're going to get tested. Are you going to pull it out? If you pull it out, you can be ready to use it. That's why I said, man, you get one, you put yourself in a position, chances are that you usually don't never want to be in.
Place fucking crazy, huh? So they're on lockdown for a good amount of the day.
Yeah, 23 and 1.
23 and 1?
23 and 1 day.
So they have 1 hour of freedom a day, and that's their freedom consists of this room.
Yes, yes.
And look, someone said in the comments section the other day, look, your name's Lockdown 23 and 1. What were you in, PC? I've never touched toe in any kind of PC section in my life. Lockdown 23 and 1 in the Virginia prison system can be many people. Mostly, though, individuals getting in trouble. Sex offenders sometimes nowadays get their special blocks to themselves, but chances are, typically, no matter who you are, you're going to general population. But any kind of lockdown 23 and 1 cell block, period, is hell on earth. All you got for the most part is your thoughts and other people's screaming voices.
They can go to the yard. Yeah, especially when they do something like this, showing knives to us and stuff like that, they feel like... Oh,
Do they get in trouble?
Yes, well, we're gonna do some disciplinary paperwork on them. They already done for security, so they like...
So what more trouble can they possibly get?
Nothing.
So they just keep adding time to their sentence if they get caught?
Yes.
How much time does someone get when they're caught with a shank?
14 additional days, 14 to 21 days.
So let me ask you something. Do you think that's going to stop the traffic of weaponry? Or do you think street charges and all your good time revoked going to a max level prison would? Because that's what Virginia does. If they did that in Georgia, man, I guarantee the amount of weaponry and contraband and stuff would decrease dramatically. Not all the way, of course. No facility will ever be perfect, but it would definitely make inmates think twice about grabbing that weapon. But second of all, look at all these burn marks on the cell doors, man. That's like number one red flag that you are walking into the jungle. They don't come in and clean none of the doors. They just let them burn it, put out the fire, and keep it moving. Crazy, man. The establishments I've seen, minus Powhatan, they'd have some trustees in there immediately cleaning up and repainting. Make sure everything looks nice before DOC makes their rounds. Department of Corrections used to do that all the time. You see inmates cleaning everything. Trustees working like chickens with their heads cut off. Once again, it's blowing my mind that this guy's flashing a weapon, and the COs don't do nothing about it. Just let him roam around. Anybody wave a blade into Virginia Beach or Chesapeake City jail, them damn deputies are gonna run in there 20 knee deep on your back straight to the 30th floor. But I'm gonna wrap it up right there, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe we'll tap into a little part 2 later on down the road. Like I said, I'll have the full video linked in the comment section description of the video, but this is a prime example, though, of how many establishments can be very different from where I or you might have done time at. Like I say all the time, it really depends mostly on the COs doing their job, you know, proper shakedowns, procedures, and classification. But at the same time, then you got the inmates. I remember when I interviewed the director of Eastern State Penitentiary, he said you could really tell a lot about the area by looking at their jails, right? If it's overcrowded, if you got a lot of killers, which they do go into that later on in the video. I believe over half of the inmates in this jail are in there for murder or attempted murder. So that means a lot of those guys have nothing to lose. They know they're going to prison for life, or they've already been sentenced to it. Come on, man, that means prison rules are in effect, and that means gangland and shankland. The second reaction that I'll be doing to this video is going to show you the difference between cell blocks as well. From the young wild ones to the more, you know, penitentiary style cell blocks. Calm and collected kind of penitentiary politics, but at the same time they could find you in the cell with 60 holes the next morning. Right? Pure treachery, so stay tuned for that. But shout out once again to Tommy G for the great content. And maybe, I don't know too much about you, if you ever happen to go into jail or prison again, give me a holler. Perhaps let me tag along a little bit. God, that'd be cool, man. Because I try to get into many jails and prisons. Nobody ever lets me in. Nowhere. Until the next time, though, as always, if you enjoyed and you're new, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. And more importantly than anything, y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.